man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what? To absolutely no one. The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
And we are live.
Made In Chafford podcast episode 197. Has to be
198. Damn.
so close to 200. I didn't want to over guess it, but anyway, Made In Chafford podcast episode 198. The real is back. The real is back. I am two Dems. I am Himmy Neutron. I'm him. You know, there's no other way to put it. Dancing, DK. Watch your back. What else? I think that's all, man. I'll go all off.
Fair enough, bro. Cole Sanusi, Don Corleone in the building, the one and only, aka LL Coolins, aka C Note.
Facts.
We here, man.
For
aka
sure.
Hollywood Cole. Coming for your left there, your right there, surround sound, smart speakers, portable speakers. You name it, we there.
For real.
Episode 198. Let's get it. Go on.
You're right.
Can sort out the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me sort out the camera.
Yeah. Technical issues. Technical difficulties. At this current moment.
Bear with us, as I'd say. Before Eman gets his intro off.
A few moments later.
Oh my gosh, that is perfect.
What did they go on?
Eman G45, the G solid in my name, the 45 is silent.
Come on.
It's Genghis Chibogwe. It's the Prince of the East, Tinfoil Hat Eames. It's the Black Mamba Dove. Chi Am.
Yeah.
We are here. Hope you're blessed. Hope you're well. Shouts to the special ones, the new ones, the old ones. Welcome to the Made In Chafford experience. Yeah. Episode 198.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
What
Thank
time
you for you
your
guys who are watching on YouTube, who are listening on any streaming platform. Shout out to the man in New Delhi.
Old Delhi. At the Delhi.
New Delhi, Old Delhi. I think that's bad what you just said, at the Delhi.
Old
You can be at the Delhi.
Old Delhi's crazy.
But I think there is just like
Delhi.
yeah, there is Delhi, and then there's New Delhi.
But you said the Delhi as if like there's a sandwich shop.
At the bodega.
I'm glad you peeped it. Yeah, Made In Chafford podcast. I guess there's only one place to start. I know we're a little bit late to the topic, but
Have you ever sold secrets?
sold secrets.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to explain.
like Biden.
Nah, I can't say I have. It's Jova.
We kept saying this. It's actually Jova, you know. That's crazy.
He's a clown.
I mean-
do you know? I feel for him. He's had a very
He's an old
long
man.
and storied political career. He deserves to go out on top. But like, this is just sad. If I was his family, I'd be like, don't run again. You know, just out of respect to yourself, to the country that you love. Him running a second time
Does
is
he love the country really?
he does. I think he's. I think a lot of politicians aren't great people. I don't get the sense of that with Biden.
Right.
I know he's probably done some shady stuff, but if you get that high up, we're gonna do some. If you get that high up, we're gonna do shady shit. You just
Some.
are.
Some. Okay.
If you think they're all, I think he's better than a lot of them. I've not done my research into him. You clearly have.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, but from what, I know he's done shady shit, but like, I think, I don't know. I guess it's how he presents himself. Either way, for me, the bottom line is he is not fit to run. That's clear. I mean, the one Tim put in the chat the other day, that was chopped and screwed. But that Iraq one, that's jail time.
You don't know what's happening right now.
Nah, he's. And I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, he's clearly not all there, and this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
His son. The more I do research on his son, is insane. So he took like millions from a Chinese billionaire, basically, and the purpose of the deal was to be like, oh, if I ever get in trouble, you can bail me out because your dad's the vice president. Anyway, Hunter Biden's sitting on millions, and this guy's now got in trouble, and now it's time for Hunter Biden to do his job. Hunter Biden's there like, I don't know, I can't help you. Like, my dad might be the president, but I have no clue how to help someone who's in trouble. So no, this guy's giving him millions. He's like, you've got to put up or shut up.
That's crazy.
But you know what? Shouts out to Hunter Biden. He's actually living his dreams.
Listen,
Selling
I'll
the
be
crack
burning,
rock.
man. I'll genuinely be burning.
Huh?
If I give you peas to sort something out for me, in case anything goes south, and you can't do it,
it's peak.
For real.
John Wick at your door.
Has to be, man.
John Wick at
That
your door.
suit is dumb.
John Wick at your door.
Has nobody ever shot his hands while he's covering?
You just have to suspend belief with that film. Nearly 3 hours long as well. What were they talk? That staircase scene, I'd never forget thinking, wrap it up, man. And then he fell back I'm trying to go home.
I can't hold myself back from laughing.
I couldn't believe
I
it.
said, nah, they're crazy for
Hey,
that.
I think
I nearly terminated our friendship after you saying Fast Sex was like watchable. That's one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. I just kept thinking, wow, they really are dumb. Have you seen Fast Sex?
I haven't seen.
Don't. I'm saving. It's so bad. Like, there's this scene, yeah.
Which one?
All of them, really, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But it's one where he tells his son to jump out the car, and he says, "I'm gonna catch you." It's impossible. Eman, say the car, and I know you back yourself, and you've got hops, so to be fair, but say the car is where Collins' room is, and the other car that you need to jump in is here. He told his 8-year-old son to jump in the car, and he said, "I'm gonna catch you." I couldn't believe some of the stuff they were trying to pull off, man. Everyone is dead. Everyone should be dead. And then the things that shouldn't kill people, they don't survive. Like, I felt John Cena could have survived that.
He's definitely still alive. He's not dead.
Oh, there was some dumb shit in
People
that
don't
film.
die.
Oh
People
my-
don't die in
Han
that
is supposed
franchise.
to be dead.
People don't die in that franchise.
So there's this scene, yeah, they're going down this ramp and he's got his son in the car and all surrounding them is just flames, nothing but flames, and they get away from the flames. But because he put NOS on, that's all he did. I couldn't believe what they were trying to get away with. And I don't mind suspending belief. Like, obviously, like, I've watched Guardians of the Galaxy recently. There's a fucking talking raccoon. I don't mind. But don't tell me one thing and then just disobey the laws of physics. Like, it's just impossible to survive some of the stuff they're trying to survive. The situations that they're in.
That's why you watch online, bro.
I did watch it online. I was still disappointed.
Oh,
I'm still disappointed.
Oh, nah, forget it, bro.
I think with these films, you just gotta like accept them for what they are. That they're just not good.
The story's in the bin as well, man.
I just watched Action and laughed to myself. That's what I'm here for.
I mean, Jason Momoa gave a hell of a performance.
He
That
was
was
just having a whale of a time.
that was the
They
redeeming
just told him
quality.
to go nuts
For real,
Just
have
like-
a blast. But he was really redeeming. But oh man, there's just so much going on. Some of it's so dumb. The sideline story between the fringe characters, they made my babe look like Jaden Sancho. I couldn't believe it. That's not even.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
You know Natalie Emmanuel.
Yeah.
She looks like a football player called Jaden Sancho. And I was so disappointed.
Wait, anyway,
What? That's true.
have we all seen The Flash?
Oh,
Have you seen it, right? Eman? You've not seen it?
I'll piss on his grave.
I really enjoyed it.
I didn't even do
when the film was done, I looked around and I was like, this was alright.
I hate him, of course, but I was like, where's the beef?
The movie was calm.
Like,
Why is everybody so angry?
Oh, no.
I guess they're angry at him, right? People don't want him to have the opportunity and fair play.
Jaden Sancho, the Manchester United football player.
yeah, from Kennington,
That's what you're thinking about.
Harlem Spartan. That's what she looks like in the
Harlem
film.
Spartan is crazy.
You can't tell me otherwise. I didn't hate The Flash.
I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was fine. Like, as a movie, it was inoffensive. I really like Michael Keaton. I'm glad he's back. I hate him, but I didn't want other people in the film to fail.
He did a
That
good
makes
job.
sense. Yeah, like, and even
Let's-
the girl
let's
that
call
played
it.
Supergirl gave it a really good go. I think there was some silly aspects to it,
Of course.
but the themes they were dealing with, he's still a prick, but he still gives a good performance. When you think about him having to play the duality of himself, older Barry coming to realize, fucking hell, I'm annoying. Which is a question we've said on this pod several times. If we met the younger version of ourselves, we'd probably spark him. Because it'd be jarring to spend that much time with someone so immature or so behind in their life.
Nah, I'll just be way too optimistic.
But that I reckon you'd find that annoying.
My optimism, to a certain extent, may not have a sense of realism. Like, I'm still optimistic, but
But you've been through shit to know that that's the point I'm trying to make. Older Barry's been through shit. He's fought with the Justice League. He's a veteran in this. Whereas younger Barry's just got his powers. He's being when you see the film, he's being so annoying to the point I was like, you have to do something. And I normally don't. This is a bit of a spoil. No, I won't say it. But there's a part where older Barry loses his powers and he now has to coach younger Barry who has his powers. And I normally don't like that, but it was done in an interesting way whereby I didn't feel cheated and I didn't feel like the way they brought Zod back was cheap either. Like it supported the story, and what Barry was going through was real. Like, again, it goes back to, it felt that's a canon event. You can't change that moment in history, or you can't change that moment in time. That is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen. There's nothing they can do. That universe was supposed to end that day. It didn't have a Superman to stop Zod, so they were fucked. So it had to go the way that it went.
So how do you feel about George Clooney being Batman?
That was horrible.
That was so dumb.
It didn't
That
bang
was
for
so
me.
dumb.
It was totally for fan service. Even, do you see Nicolas Cage and fighting a spider?
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I only know about that because that was like, back in the day, that was like, you know when you used to type in Superman film, what it would look like? That's what I saw. So it was always a rumor that I'd heard about, that Nicolas Cage was at one point cast to play Superman, and the film was going to end with him fighting an intergalactic spider. So when I saw that in the film, I was like, cool, but this is dumb. The regular person isn't going to... They're just going to think, why the fuck is Nicolas Cage in a Flash movie?
I didn't know this. So that's what I thought. And I don't understand why they didn't bring, like, Henry Cavill...
There's been so many Superman since then.
Just so many different versions and variations. Like even Christian Bale, like Batman, just doing a little bit more of that. But like, I don't know. It was a cool scene to like see all those versions, but I just thought they would have done a bit more with that.
Yeah, and even Grant.
Who's that?
How old is George Clooney?
It wasn't like he wasn't in it. Like I think.
Yeah, but I think he's supposed to be the next Batman.
No, there's no way they're bringing him back.
They'll probably cast somebody.
Confirmed.
Nah, they'll cast someone younger. They said they've casted a new Superman, and he's very young.
Superman, but I think he's supposed to be the new Batman, so that they can bring in like a Batman Beyond.
Maybe then I don't know.
It's a possibility. I don't know.
I'd like that personally.
I love Batman Beyond. And that was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. So I can see it panning out, but I don't know if it's the direction James Gunn seems like he's going in. That's just from the not conversation. Even from him, the horse's mouth himself. What he said, like the direction he wants to go in is clearly younger. They've casted a younger Superman and a new Lois as well. So I don't think that's the direction the DCU is going in. But remains to be seen, innit? I think. But back to the Flash, I thought it was fine. It was serviceable.
Yeah, it was okay.
I didn't think it was awful, and there was a lot of good performances and there was good things to take. People have an issue with the CGI. In certain places it's god awful. That first scene where he's saving the baby, like, oh my god, that was horrendous. Like, did they render that the day before it came out? I don't know, but there was a lot of good story beats. I was impressed, man. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would, and I hate him, so
he choked out a white woman, bro.
That was insane.
And he survived.
However, when it comes to the topic of choking out white women,
Damn.
Jonathan Majors has come out with strong evidence to actually showcase that he was the one who's being abused, and he's showcased with the evidence that there is strong belief that he's innocent in this whole situation that he's been accused of, which is kind of a shame because the way the media has kind of allowed Ezra Miller to just be.
Yeah, that's always been an issue for me.
Jonathan Majors is like...
But is it actually confirmed that he's innocent, or is this still ongoing? Because from what I've seen, it's not being confirmed. It's still the court case is still unfolding, isn't it?
It could have been dismissed easily. However, he said, "No, I want to go to trial with this because it needs to be showcased that you can't throw the book at me like without any evidence."
Yeah, I agree.
In the full context. But to be fair, it was just I had a few doubts about his innocence, but like from the interviews of watching him just before he was, just before the film Creed 3. So I was looking at like his interviews and stuff like that with Van Lathan, and then also the Ebony, like his response to the Ebony cover as well. It's like there was a lot of things that just made me believe that this is not the guy that would just do certain things to a woman right away. So then when all this came out, it was to a point unbelievable.
Well, we don't know,
but we don't know.
We have to see what happens. I think from what the past few things that have happened, like the Johnny Depp case, the Tory Lanez case. I think now I'm at a point now where I'm just like, I don't even want to take sides. I don't want to do all of that. Say stuff. I'm just gonna wait until they literally get to the point where they're like,
there's a verdict.
And who's, do you know what I mean? Because for time people thought Tory Lanez was innocent and man wasn't. So I'm just here to chill and just see what happens. Hopefully, in his case, he's innocent and he can continue his career, because seeing that kind of trajectory was great.
Tory Lanez wasn't charged for firing the gun. He was just charged for something else.
He fired the gun, bro.
Apparently, he didn't fire the gun.
Did you not? Okay. That's fine. I mean, listen. There's a voice note of him talking to it.
That voice note was wild.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
Jonathan Majors,
in Jonathan Majors' case, like, listen, I hope for his sake he is innocent. It's a shame to waste your career that way, but let's see where it that's where I'm at with it. I'm waiting for the case to be done.
Too much
she said. Too much PR both ways. Like, I don't care anymore.
I'm personally over getting into, because then people don't care about us. Like, if you know what I mean, as in,
I hear that still.
So
no, but the thing is, it's not even that. It's the fact that we are seeing this guy who is now popping up on the screen, who's actually a brilliant actor, and then all of a sudden it's like he's gone. And then more so, of course, a lot of people are heavy into Marvel. Now they're gonna have to see the whole thing change. It's like people are now very much invested on whether it's true or it's not, and whether he'll be recasted.
It remains to be seen.
He needs to iron his clothes, because he can't come out with like iron shirts.
Maybe that's part of the image. He
came out on the red carpet with an unironed blazer and shirt.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that
was for Kang as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
And then even in court, his blazer, brown blazer and shirt wasn't ironed.
Maybe that's his drip.
Yeah, it's just
unironed.
That's disgusting, bro.
Listen, I'm just saying, the drip's been going crazy recently. You saw homeboy I put in the chat.
Teach a man how to squabble.
For real. So let them do what they want.
That drip was insane.
That was the worst outfit I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it. His blazer was hung together like a shower curtain. That's crazy.
Just American.
I can't even give context to how bad that outfit is.
It's horrible.
We'll make it the artwork.
I don't see how he left the house thinking that was okay. That's the question. That's my actual question.
He's from Harlem. So
is he?
Yeah.
Isn't he British?
He's from Harlem.
Have you heard his voice?
I've heard his voice,
from
but I can't
Harlem.
remember what his voice
Oh, maybe
was.
then. I thought it was British because I heard his voice. I was like, that sounds like a British accent.
I think he might be British. Hang on.
No, he's from Harlem.
What's my man's name? Does anybody know?
Just type
from Snowfall.
Nah, they can't both be British. Actually, to be fair,
They can.
I'm actually gonna go with you. I reckon he probably ends up being from Harlem.
Angela Lewis. Joseph. American actor.
Oh yeah, fairs.
Yeah.
Teach a man how to squabble.
His voice is insane.
That's the name of the album. Teach a man how to squabble.
Worst outfit ever. All right, so I was gonna start the pod with this, but we've been podding, so it's good. It's an outdated topic at this point anyway, but I still wanted to get your opinions on it and have a discussion about it. The submarine that went missing. Crazy story.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, first and foremost, yeah.
Is it the 3 billionaires? I don't know.
2 are billionaires, and then homeboy was driving or controlling the whip, and
there's so many jokes I want to say.
Nah, honestly,
I can't get enough.
I like. God bless the dead, and I made their souls rest in peace. But there is no way my sympathy is capped. That's what I was trying to say in the chat.
I hear it still.
I'm sorry, 250K to go down there. Fam, it's on Google. There's an Oscar-winning film about it. If you want to see it, it's there. Like, what are you doing?
No, I mean, okay. So I was discussing this with one person. Shout out to you, and you should be watching, anyways. But basically, me and her were discussing on the intricacies, the time, the planning, the fail safes, everything that goes into just an experiment. So I was talking specifically about, there's a guy on YouTube. Is learning every day, something like that. His name is Destin, and basically he was trying to recreate. There's this one experiment that nobody can recreate. So basically, he was trying to shoot 2 bullets, and they were supposed to merge. There is one. It's done. It's been done
happened once. I want to say in history,
and it's never happened again. So I was talking about how intricate it was, and how many fail safes they had to actually basically create this one experiment that was going to basically just last for a day or 2. So it took maybe a whole year just to make a pattern. Yeah, okay. Just to get because you're basically firing 2 guns at each other, which means you have to load a bullet at one gun and then walk to the other gun and then load it again. And if you're you're going to be in the middle at every single point. Okay. So the way they had to plan everything and make sure it was patterned, bro, they had to do everything. So these guys, you're talking about submarines. You didn't go to any submarine engineer and then say, yo.
What, as in for the billionaires?
For the billion, they just
I mean, do you know, they've obviously put their trust in those people.
They went on TikTok.
No, I don't think they did their research. They clearly did, because one of the billionaire's friends, the British billionaire,
and carbon fiber.
But this is what I'm saying. That's my the British billionaire's friend saw the thing, saw what they were getting, and said, "I want no parts." He'd already put down a 10% deposit, and then he backed out. There's no way I'm seeing that, and I don't know. People keep saying, "Oh, because to a billionaire, 250,000 is a drop in the water. It's us going to get ourselves a coffee."
What a pun! Well done, Demi. What a pun! What a
pun! There's too many jokes I can
for real, but it's not that deep to them. So
another pun.
It's not that deep. It's crazy. I can't even name this episode.
So for them, it's nothing. So that's why they were able to just their lack of care towards it. It doesn't matter to them as much as it would to us. But that being said, I'm still not giving that much money to that sort of experience and hopping in that Sprite can. It's just not happening.
I said Sprite can
because take one look at it. And when I heard that it locks from the outside, my claustrophobia is doing backflips. Would you excuse me? Let me out,
guard.
Yeah, but
from the outside.
But if you really think about it, I mean, to invest in something like that, I mean, it costs millions, bro. Because I think
he tried to do it on the cheap. He has tried to do it on the cheap.
Yeah.
And do you know what the thing that pisses me off the most is the thing doesn't have a window. So I don't really know what they're saying. Apparently they're looking at the screen.
Right.
So what's happening here?
So they're trying to do virtual reality.
Oh man, this is what I'm saying. I for the life of me, I'll never understand how they came to the conclusion that was a good idea.
They fired all the people who were trying to make sure that they were safe in the experiment.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah.
So I mean,
is it true that same sub had made several trips as well?
Yeah, it had, but it was a ticking time bomb. It was an accident waiting to happen. 110%.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean the submarine can go the submersible can go down because the submarine is the one that you can move. A submersible you can't move. It just goes down.
Why are people so fascinated with the Titanic?
You could have done.
I don't know, man.
No, even the Titanic itself. I mean, you could have.
What's the point? It's just a shipwrecked ship, isn't it?
It's sad as well. The thing, listen, my biggest thing is already, I don't fuck with the ocean. We know more about space than we know about the ocean. We've discovered, I think it's something ridiculous, like 3% of the ocean. So I'm not fucking with that. Do you know, water pressure to me is an insane thing. So the further, obviously, as you all know, the further down you go, the more intense the water pressure is. Off the back of that, I'm not fucking with it. Do you know what I mean? There's so many things that are down there that I'm just not messing with. Do you know what I mean? And the way they went out, oh my God, they went out sad. It imploded.
Right? Yeah, there's like, there was a visual, like there's a visual that you've probably seen in your lifetime where like people, like there's deep divers. So they go all the way down and like they're explaining like the way you breathe, because it's just your body just down there. Like, the way you breathe, it can really affect how you survive. So like by the time you're there, it's
but yeah, I could,
and then even like
for real,
even like the slight evolution of like a small area in like I want to call it like Oceania, the continent. It's just around there. Basically, there are swimmers, there are divers that go like deep down, and they basically they get their fish, they go up, and then that's it. So like the way their bodies are,
they're built for it. Yeah,
it's almost like a Michael Phelps situation. Like their bodies are built for that.
Yeah,
but that's only, you're talking maybe 20-40 meters, technically speaking. This is thousands and thousands.
It's just, I cannot.
And you're there in the tin can.
I don't understand the obsession with the deep sea as well, personally. So James Cameron, who directed Avatar, Titanic, he's actually been down to the furthest point on Earth that we know is available. I think something like 30,000 feet. But for what? What's down there? I don't see the fascination. James Cameron has been to...
Yeah, but that technology...
The Titanic... his thing is different. Like, it's not even comparable. But I just don't understand the fascination with what's down there. I think there's so many more interesting things that we have on our planet that you can do above ground. I could list off 100
but
things.
It's science.
I know what you're saying for science purposes, research purposes, but I just don't think... We're not supposed to be there. We're clearly not supposed to go that far down.
But is it a case where like rich people get to a point where like they've done it all, seen it all, and now they just want to do stuff that nobody else can?
It's definitely that
1% can do. So you remember when what's my man's name? Richard Branson had that Virgin thing where he launched people into space and that.
Oh, it's happening.
It's still happening.
No, it's happening.
But no,
today.
Richard Branson got lost in an air balloon.
Well, I remember that happened.
And he was missing.
Virgin Galactic is now like official. You can pay for it.
So,
I'd do that.
But the thing is, they're never going to space because they can never break the barrier. No, it's science. The Russians, they said we can't do it. That's why their space station failed. Like they cannot break the barrier to go through thing.
So what happened?
So we're in a dome. The world is flat. But as I was saying, the reason why they want to go down there, they want to see the fallen angels who survived. They want to see mermaid and the lobster and that.
I think if you go that far down, you're gonna see
the Jamaican lobster.
I think if you go that far down, you're gonna see some shit you don't want to see.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
true. Hey man,
for real. Fuck around and find out.
People's sympathies are
they did. Well, actually, they didn't really and truly because they died immediately. It's like they got raptured. Like,
do you know what? To be fair to them, that is the best scenario. That was because the other options were terrifying. Yeah, what do you mean? I'm stuck down there with 5 man, no gal.
No, it's not even. It's not
Someone
even.
asked me why would you survive down there, so I'm not getting them with 5 man.
There's too many men. Too many men.
No, it's not even that. It's the fact that like the amount of oxygen would be available if it was.
That's
a flop.
now if we're stuck
the
down
fact
there,
that it just imploded. It's actually a horrible death.
No, but it's the better of all of the options.
If you really describe it, it's a horrible death. However, the amount of time it took for them to die was too quick.
Yeah. They wouldn't. Their brain wouldn't have been able to process it.
It wouldn't be able to process it. But it was apparently it's like they would have basically been cooked. Like
because when an implosion happens, it reaches the same level as the surface of the sun. That is
So
Get me out.
That's what I'm saying. And this shit was locked from the outside. Get me out, man.
That's
I'm a
crazy.
demi. Let me out of here.
I'm a demi. Let me out.
Because
Yeah.
it doesn't. This is insane. Do you know what? Like, oh man. And then this story has so many more layers. Homeboy stepson said, "I'm gonna go see Blink 182. I don't know about you." And Cardi was right.
But the thing is, I want to know about like the billionaires. Like, what were they trying to do before this? Like, why were they really trying to just go deep inside the ocean? Like, well,
I heard that the son didn't actually want to go.
Yeah, that's really
which is
sad.
sad, man.
I mean, he probably took one look at it and said, "I'm not getting in it." If I saw that controller,
he needs to slap his dad.
that's insane.
So a PS2
It's
controller.
not even. It's
need
not
to
even
slap
the
your
official
daddy.
one. It's
Slap your daddy.
It's Logitech.
Man said it's Logitech.
I couldn't believe it.
Hey man,
That's disrespectful. Because Bluetooth controllers are bad at the best of times. I know that shit got
It's
disconnected.
sad, but at the same time, again, like you know,
But the memes.
The memes were insane.
Really,
I think people just don't care. But the reason being is because like A is because it's about the elites taking risks that they don't need to take, and B, this contraption that they got into was destined to fail.
It was destined.
So, you know, I don't really blame people for making some form of mockery about it. Obviously, it's not good to mock death, but it's in the same breath, it's almost like this is too good to like.
Yeah,
the content is almost too easy. It's a layup.
Yeah.
Nah, there was so A1 memes, man.
It's
There was
crazy.
the one where it's like, oh yeah, the Titanic has claimed another set of lives. It's back.
That's crazy.
Titanic's back.
Yeah, because it claimed more lives again.
Well, in theory, yeah. That's wild, man. Hey, listen, recipes to the people who passed
For
away,
real, I
but
think that's the main
guys,
thing.
don't
but
take in unnecessary risks if it's not worth it. Bro.
for real.
Live your life.
You won't see me on that. And Homeboy's son, the British billionaire, his son went to watch Blink 182. They said you should be at home with your like. Daddy said, "Fuck that shit."
Speaking of Blink 182,
What one?
Lil Uzi Vert put out his
That album was ass, man. It was so bad.
You're wrong. Yeah.
That's one of the. Oh my god! I was held at gunpoint. 28 songs. It was so. I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe that was okayed.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. You know,
That's one of the worst albums I've listened to.
really. Ever?
And I'm being hyperbolic, and I know I do this, so I do have plans to give it another spin.
We'll recap it one day.
Huh?
We'll recap.
I reckon
it
you
one
might like it. You know,
day. I think I probably would because
I don't know why. I was like I was sat there working, yeah, and when one of those rock songs came on, I looked at my speaker like, I swear, like he's getting it in over there, like
It was so bad.
like type songs.
I've been listening.
I
to
said,
it, like, my
yeah,
workplace.
fair enough.
To be fair, like it's when I was listening to the lyrics, I was like, okay,
The man spitting.
yeah.
For me,
I hear it. Like some of the yelling.
No, I'm not
I hear it.
Yeah.
But in terms of this album, I've not heard the album as of
Okay,
yet.
yeah,
But in terms of like the yelling music, sometimes they're really talking stuff.
I thought it was so bad.
Like they
He's
really
not
be talking
spitting.
stuff, you know. He's not spitting.
Not at all. So they're entering into this weird phase, and it's not for me. It's quite like it's that
Punky.
opium sound, like what Cardi does, where it's very minimal words, and if they do say shit, they're saying it
They're just
weirdly.
chanting random stuff.
I was like, the beat selection, piss poor. It's a bad take, man. There's no other way to spin it at this point for me.
It's definitely from the same wheelhouse of what's it called? That Carti album,
Yeah.
the WLR one.
Whole Lot of Red.
Lot of Red. It's definitely from that wheelhouse. But I didn't finish that project when I listened to it. I turned it off halfway through.
Did you finish this?
I finished this because I actually like Uzi, but I don't know. I don't hate it, but I certainly don't like it. So I'm just in this weird space
But
where
do you know what the
I
thing
need
is?
to hear it
I
again.
think also I'm potentially, as we said when we saw that XXL freshman list, I think it is just more evidence that maybe we're just aging out, and it's not
Perhaps,
for
but
me.
Uzi's the same
But
age.
this isn't the music he's made before. This is
No.
not what he was doing on that last album that we both enjoyed.
Yeah.
I really liked his last album. I don't know what the fuck this was.
I think his fans are a bit polarizing though, because I know a lot of his fans don't like that EA album for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, don't like it. I mean, I thought it was cold.
I thought that
album was cold.
Maybe no, I don't know. I'm shocked by that.
We just are out of that loop now. It is what it is.
I think it's just out of that circle because I can't rock with this at all. Pun intended.
Yeah.
Nah, the screaming I heard, I said, yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was just like, and then the features weren't good. I don't know.
Travis's feature was terrible, bro.
He's I don't know. When was his last good song for you?
Last good song. I didn't mind Mafia.
Pussy and Millions.
Say again.
Pussy and Millions.
I didn't really like any of his.
That's the
I hear what you're saying. I didn't really like any of his performances on there. To be fair, he's never been a great feature artist. I can't really think of a song where I think, oh, Travis featured on that and he elevated it. Or
I actually liked a few of his songs on the Metro tape.
I didn't personally. I'm just saying from my experience, I don't think I can see a song where he's featured and I say, oh, he elevated said song. But he's not really had something like that. And they are cooking him for that performance.
Yeah, rightly so. It was rubbish first. I mean, Uzi, I hope it performs well. And I think the fans... it seems very...
Walling off the top.
Yeah, 100%.
He's been holding that.
I think his fans will like. I think more of his fans will like it than not, but it will definitely be in that polarizing situation. But I think he does sell well, so I think. Yeah,
I'm guessing 300,000 first week.
I don't know what he sold last time. I haven't got a clue.
That's just a guess. Maybe somewhere 2, but
I'd be surprised if he does 2. But again,
you think you'd be surprised if he does 2?
Maybe like 150. I feel like the whole market in the US is slightly down in general, and
but do you think it'll
depends if it counts? Sorry,
do you think it'll be platinum?
What do you mean?
The album?
Platinum.
Hard to tell, really. It's got Just Wanna Rock on there, so that might solidify that platinum status. So maybe 200 at a max. I don't see him doing any more than 200. But again, I'll be pleasantly surprised if he.
To be fair, though, I'm not, like, I don't know. It might be the same sort of situation we saw with Young Thug, whereby he was on course to sell 100 plus, and then he didn't because people realized not great tape, and no one went back to it as the week went on.
I didn't enjoy it either.
Not at all.
I didn't enjoy it.
I don't know. It was,
but I'm going to give him some grace because
of course
it wasn't there when he made it.
I don't think.
I never like those projects, man. Like
you don't like his project?
No. Of course I do. I mean, I never like those type of projects where artist isn't actually involved, making it happen, because you can tell there's a layer missing of like, you know,
it was clearly ideas that weren't supposed to be put out.
1000%.
But I thought that Uzi tape was terrible.
Was ass.
Yeah, I'm not going back to it. But I'll be interested to see what the general consensus is on it as time goes on. But yeah, I guess final topic. More than halfway through the year, and kind of goes off nicely from what we've just been speaking about. What's your song of the year so far and album of the year?
That's a good question. There's not been many good albums this year so far.
I have to say,
first thing that's come straight to my head as album of the year, without even looking, I really enjoyed Crop Circles too.
Yes.
And as far as song of the year, I'm gonna actually have to look because I don't actually know the answer to that question.
I could do song of the year a lot easier. I think very impressed with Sprinter. Still have it in rotation. I loved it when it came out, and I'm still enjoying it. As for album of the year, I think I might have to Jackman.
Okay.
I still think that was a really good project, a nice return to form, and I got a few good songs off that.
My favourite. Oh, go on, keep going.
Yeah, that was more or less it.
Fair enough. My song of the year so far for me is Amine and Kaytranada's song Forever. Okay. I think it was a really good song. The project wasn't as good as that song. I feel like it wasn't the same kind of vibe, the overall project.
I think sometimes people collab and they do a song, and it's like, you probably don't have to do an album off the back of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that was definitely, you've hit the nail on the head with that one, because the album was not, like, there were some good songs on there, but as a package, and it just didn't really hit.
How many songs did it have?
8 or 9 songs, I think.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it wasn't the greatest. But yeah, that song in particular though is an absolute smash.
Don't know about album, but I can say song of the year is probably Taliban, just because.
Yeah, very good choice.
It's a good track.
I'm a yardie now.
It's a great track.
I said I'm a yardie now.
Born in Kingston.
Kingston.
Yeah, just because it's a song that I think it isn't specific to one set genre. Like, of course, there is a genre in this, but like everybody from every subgroup, so you can have like hip hop, they'll probably listen to this song.
Yeah.
People in R&B, they'll listen to this song. People in Afro swing, they'll listen to this song. Caribbean music such as dancehall or whatever. If we want to go really deep into it, clips or whatever, they'll probably listen to this song at the end of the day. And people who are into like the South,
It can be enjoyed.
South,
Yeah,
they can listen to this song as well. I think that song it's a great song.
I agree.
What about album?
Album, I don't know.
I just looked through my list now of 2023 and like
It's disappointing.
nothing's come out of noteworthy. That's that noteworthy to me anyway.
Wait, when did 10 come out? 10 came out last year, innit?
Last year.
Actually, not even 10. 10's not. I don't think 10's a. It's like an amazing album.
Hey yo.
Yeah, do. Album of the year. I don't even know, bro. I mean, it's halfway through the year, and I don't even know myself.
I think it tells you the state that we're in at the moment.
Yeah.
Has soon come. Just you guys wait.
Hashtag baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a good point to end on. So, Made in Chafford podcast.
Yes.
Pick your songs for this week.
Choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter.
I think Casa Fricos is already there. I think it's on the playlist already, Casa Fricos. But Oh You Went featuring Drake, Young Thug.
That song is actually quite good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Stormzy's label situation is very confusing.
How come?
An 0207 Def Jam release, hashtag murky music under Universal.
So it's signed. Yeah, so it's signed to 0207 Def Jam, who are underneath the UMG label umbrella. But obviously, I'm assuming in his deal he has like everything he puts out stipulates that it will be under the murky company that he owns, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So he's signed to UMG /0207.
Fair enough.
It's kind of like how you see OVO on
I
like
see.
Drake's thing, but he's not signed to OVO. OVO is his. But
Yeah.
he's signed to UMG. So
signed to one nigga to sign to another nigga.
So that's
before he
bad
used to be,
maths.
to be fair. Luckily for him, now he's not.
Toxic Trait, Stormzy featuring Fredo, produced by
That's very
Santan.
good. That's yeah.
It was a much better song than I thought it was going to be, actually, to be fair.
I really
Fredo
liked it.
can be arse sometimes. Oh my God. I fucked her and then I fucked her sister. Now she called me family guy. Oh, brother.
This guy stinks.
For real.
I'm gonna pick a song off of. I don't know. There's quite a few good songs here, man. I'm gonna pick a song called "Radio Silence" by Rags Original. Put out a project.
Yeah, they just put out a project.
Yeah. It's cool. It's a good song. I haven't listened to the project fully. I've heard a couple songs.
I listened to it one time yesterday.
But it's a vibe.
Yeah, I was vibing. I was with it. Yeah.
Cool.
Say
Man.
less. All right, Made in Chafford podcast, episode 198.
We out.
We out indeed.